So this is my gaming PC part some more. Okay, so you might be wondering why I need a PC. It gives me a sense of responsibility because if a part breaks or something, that means I have to take care of it. Um, I can actually save money because buying each component separately is cheaper than buying the whole thing because companies they charge more than what the actual component is worth. Um, uh, I will be more appreciative of my computer since I built it myself and I just didn't buy it from a website. With the knowledge of how to build a computer, that will save me for a lifetime, so I can use that on other basic skills like computer engineering or coding. These are just some of the million of reasons why you should buy me a components of the PC. Uh, yeah, it'll actually help me in life. It'll actually help me in life and teach me something. Okay, so the first thing is a CPU processor. What a CPU is basically the brain of it, brain of the computer. It stands for Central Processing Unit, and it's an essential in every computer. Every computer has it. It's basically a machine that works on a list of things to do called instructions. So you tell tell the CPU to do what everything does. It just like everything. Okay, so this is the CPU that I want. I need this one because I'm gonna start streaming Fortnite and stuff. So yeah.
So why this one over
The Ryzen 7 and stuff,
versus the Intel Core?
Oh, I've actually done some research and I'm checking from some of my friends. They prefer Ryzen over Intel because, first of all, Ryzen is cheaper, and Ryzen might come out with some new CPU soon. Okay, so next is the graphics card. I need a powerful graphics card. Well, basically, what a graphics card is, or GPU, it basically renders the game. So, say I want a gaming PC, and all the FPS comes from the graphics card. It's usually the most expensive thing in the thing. The graphics card
In
that
the
I
thing?
want, in the computer.
Okay.
So what is FPS?
Frames per second. Yeah, higher FPS is better. The new GeForce RTX 3080 just dropped. It's about 699, and it's better than the RTX 2080, which is around $1,200 when it first dropped. Yeah. Oh, and it's also compatible with SLI and DLS tracing. This is the SSD, solid state drive. This is what you store like flash based memory, like games and stuff on this one. This is like really good one. It's This is not the one that I want, but it's the one I just said like put on here.
Wait.
Which
so
is when we
why
want.
did you just put this one on here?
Because it's
not
really
one you
no.
want?
He said not.
Who's he?
My dad. He said he don't put like actual stuff. Just explain each product.
Oh, okay.
I have a PC part list picker up then. So this is the case. The case is essential to every PC. In some cases, are different than other cases. It's used for protection, and better cases have better airflow. Because if the case has bad airflow, then the whole thing will just like overheat. The case that I want this is a good case, the NZXT H510 Elite. It's compatible with the motherboard that I chose and the graphics card. Okay, so the motherboard. This is what you put the CPU in. So it's basically the backbone it's like the spine of the computer. Okay, this is a good motherboard and the motherboard has to be compatible with the CPU. If it's an Intel motherboard, then I'll work with Intel. If it's a Ryzen one, then I'll work with Ryzen. And this is usually have your HDMI ports, your VGA ports, and USB ports on this. Okay, this is the RAM memory. RAM, you just put you can put games or like software, anything you can download onto the RAM. And higher RAM means you can download more stuff onto it. You can also have light up RAM. 2 sticks of 16GB Corsair Vengeance is enough for video games because then we downloaded a lot of big games. Okay, cooling is really important because if you don't have cooling, then the whole thing will just overheat. It reduces the temperature of the computer itself and it brings it down. And the cooling thing that I have actually has a temperature like camera or picture inside of it, so you don't have to pull it up on your computer, and you can like look through it there. You can personalize it too. Okay, so this is the power supply. If you don't have a power supply, then the whole thing won't work. PSU, so power supply. Yeah. Okay, so different power supplies. Like there's different kinds of power supplies. 850 or 850. There's 750. There's 1,000. It's like how much wattage you need from your electrical outlet, and the more like high end your PC is, the more wattage you need.
Wait.
What?
What causes the PC to overheat?
Heat. Like
Oh.
say, heat. Everything when you plug it in, everything that's using generates heat.
Oh, okay, thanks.
And if you don't cool it, then it's just gonna overheat and break. Okay, so these are accessories. So this is an Apex Pro TKL. It's an OmniPoint switch. So basically, it actuates faster. It's really expensive, but it's good for the price. It actuates faster once you press it, and I don't have to press all the way down. It also has an OLED screen, so you can change the colors and the actuation force.
So you just want to have it like a touch,
Yeah, touch.
not just
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, how
You don't
fast do you
press it all
type?
the way.
I type 100 words per minute right now, but that's not that fast. I could type faster with this one. Okay, so this is Logitech G Pro. 100 is not this fast. This is G Pro wireless. It's a wireless mouse. This is compatible with the Logitech mousepad, which charges by itself. It has a really good sensor in it. I think it's like the 0-point sensor, something like that, and 1 millisecond display. It's really good. I read a lot of reviews.
So what's this chart here?
Huh? This one is like Lightspeed, the sensor compared to other sensors. The Lightspeed sensor, company A, mouse, other sensors. Okay, this is a 240 hertz monitor. So there's no point in getting a really good PC and not getting a trash monitor. Like the monitor is one of the most important things. It's expensive, but it's worth it because 240 hertz refresh rate. It's basically you can go. There's this thing called ghosting. Ghosting is where you can see the pictures go through the monitor. Like it's literally pixelated, but this will run very smoothly. And you can turn on like FreeSync and stuff like that. But I don't turn that on. Okay, in conclusion,
That's all.
the PC, if you buy me all these PC components, it'll be very beneficial because I can use it for schoolwork and gaming. It'll teach me how to build a computer because that is actually a career and a lot of people can make a lot of money from that. Oh, and also instead of buying me a brand new computer for like high school, I can use it throughout high school and college. You just have to buy me a part. Okay, so this is my PC part picker. So this is the PC that I want. Okay, so that's the CPU that I want, the Ryzen 9. That same cooler, NZXT Kraken, same motherboard. G-Skill Trident, 2 sticks of 16 gigabyte DDR4 RAM. And then the Corsair M600. This is the terabyte of SSD. So I'll just drive. And then this is the graphic. This is not the graphic card. This was just a placeholder. And then this is the NZXT H510 Elite, the Corsair 850 watt power.
I want
job.
honest question. Did you do the presentation yourself?
Yeah, I use
Because that was pretty
Really
damn
good.
Yeah.
Because you
Really
started
good.
off with the Y and you ended with the Y. I will chip in on the shipping.
Most of it is really expensive stuff, so most of it is free. Amazon shipping's free.
I do have a question.
What?
I didn't quite understand the difference between RAM and SSD. So explain that again. Go back to your slides.
So I'll just try.
That was pretty good, impressive.
Yeah.
Kid can do well if they want to. Yeah,
Okay,
then you're
so-
we're gonna copy paste that thing and we'll just
SSD?
say here.
Yeah, explain to her in your own words again.
It's faster memories. In the end of the day, RAM and SSD are the same thing. They're memory for the PC.
So why do you need it? Both.
You don't need both to actually run it. You can only have one, but it's better to have. Actually, you do need both.
You need both.
Yeah, you need both. But this can actually hold Yeah, this holds the Windows operating drive, and
Right.
you need this for Windows operating
Which
drive.
one holds the Windows?
The SSD.
SSD. that's
Yeah,
right.
Windows operating. You can have different kinds of operating drive.
Operating system.
Operating systems, yeah. And then
See, the thing is,
the
if you
RAM
type
that holds all the
this,
games
you
and
always
stuff
type
that you
it
have. Yeah.
What do you mean it holds the games?
You don't download the games onto your SSD because it's mainly for like big things that are always running. Like your operating system's always running. You can delete your games. You don't delete your
So
operating
what is
system.
RAM
RAM?
definition?
Huh?
Was it what's this?
It says it right there. Random area associated variable.
It's
The abbreviation of RAM.
yeah.
Abbreviation.
You know what the abbreviation is?
No.
Random access memory. And the purpose of RAM, why it's different from SSDs, you have it written there. It's intended to store temporary items.
Yeah, I said that things that you can delete, like games you delete.
No. Temporary items so that your applications can run faster. They'll store the files temporarily in the RAM.
So
And SSD has all the permanent files you're
oh,
storing.
so you don't usually delete stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the games that you play on the PC,
Mm.
are you playing through the web?
No, you're playing through the RAM. Well, you can play web
Yeah,
games.
through the
iOS.
Yeah, but
RAM.
how do you
No, but you're accessing
how
the
do you
web,
get
right?
it?
Mm-hmm.
And then is it I don't know, does it use the
RAM.
random
You
access?
download
Yeah.
So you have the more RAM you have, the better your query will be,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but 16 gigs is a lot.
It's,
Like your
uh,
lag.
It's not.
No lag. I'm good. We have Ethernet. We have
But
Fiber.
so we
But it
have
has-
we have Google Fiber, right? Because I had low RAM,
Mm-hmm.
my computer couldn't handle 1 gigabit internet speed.
So maybe we should get 64 gigabytes.
So I upgraded mine to I think 32.
yeah,
So you need to upgrade. You got to make sure if you're doing high-powered
yeah, 2
PC
6 is 60
with a
gigs.
high-powered internet
Yeah.
with high-powered applications,
Mm-hmm.
you need, as your dad said, you need